Thompson. Created by Jess Oppenheimer. Brought to you by Johnson's Wax. Creators of Johnson's Shoe Polishes. A whole new way to shine your shoes.
Newest, cleanest, brightest. For moms, dads, kids. Johnson Shoe Polish. A whole new way to shine shoes. The container is the applier. Self-polishing liquid for adults or kids in this handy no-drip, no-spill applier container. And for the paste polish fan, this compact shoe shine kit in a can, including dauber, paste wax, even the shine cloth. Newest, cleanest, brightest. 3 new shoe polishes from Johnson's Wax.
Smiling like that?
Oh, nothing. Say, by the way, are you going to be home later on?
Why?
Well, I just might have some news for you.
News, Johnny? What kind of news?
Oh, well, nothing. If it happens, I'll call you later.
All right, call me later, but tell me now.
No, I'm not going to say another word until I'm absolutely sure.
Oh, well, very fine. Now you can just keep the news in yourself because I don't care what it is. I even don't want to hear about it.
Okay.
Oh, tell me, Johnny, what is it? What?
Well, now, honey, if I told you and then we didn't go...
Go? Go where?
Well, Paris.
Paris!
Wait a minute, doggone it. Now, this is just what I was afraid of. Look, it's nothing definite. All I know is that the firm has bought 2 tickets to Paris, and I'm just one of several men that Mr. Johnson is considering for the trip.
Oh, well, he will show you. I just know that.
Yeah, well, I hope so. Goodbye, darling. Get to work.
Now, you call me the minute you hear the good news.
Yeah, I will, honey. Bye.
No, call me the second you hear the good news.
I'll call you, right?
Wait, I'll go with you and you won't have to call.
Honey, will you just relax? Look, I promise I'll call you the minute I hear anything, okay?
All right.
Yeah, goodbye, honey. Goodbye. Bye, honey. Hello there. What are you doing here?
Didn't you see us? When you were waiting at that red light on Ventura Boulevard?
Us?
Susie and me. We waved as she drove through it.
Hold on. Look, honey, you can't stay here.
Oh, but Johnny, listen. I won't make a sound. You won't even know that I'm here.
Yeah, that's right, because you're not going to be now. Come on. Well, look, honey, I'll tell you what. If you're so anxious to know what Mr. Johnson says, come back and pick me up for lunch. All right?
Well, all right.
Okay, darling. See you later. Come in.
Hi, Johnny. How about some lunch?
Angel, I told you to come back here at...
You don't feel like having any lunch yet?
No, I rarely eat lunch at 9:30.
Oh, well, I'll wait. All right, lunch at 12:30.
Now, Mr. Johnson.
John, this is your lucky day.
My lucky day?
Do you know what's in here? 2 airplane tickets.
No kidding. 2 plane tickets to Paris, huh?
I didn't say Paris.
Oh, no, you didn't. Well,
Oh, you sly dog. You knew all the time.
well, I had heard that the firm was sending someone to Paris, and naturally I hoped that I, might be considered.
Not only were you considered, but you were the unanimous choice for the trip to Paris.
I was?
Mm-hmm.
Oh, gosh, Mr. Johnson, that's wonderful. I don't know what to say. Oh, excuse me. Hello. Oh, yes, right, I'll tell. Yeah. Oh, there's a long-distance call for you in your office, sir.
Fine. Annie!
Good morning, Mr. Johnson.
Angel drove me to work this morning. Did you forget something, dear?
Yes, my keys. Did you see my keys, Johnny?
I'd better catch that call. I'll be right back.
Johnny, we're going to Paris!
Shame on you, listening at the keyhole.
Yes, I'm ashamed. Oh, Johnny, what a wonderful surprise when Papa and Mama will see us walk in the house. Oh, I have so much to do. Goodbye.
Goodbye, darling. Hey, will you be back for lunch?
What for? We just had breakfast. Bye.
Goodbye,
Bye, Mr. Johnson.
Oh, goodbye, Angel. Well, are you all excited about the trip?
Boy, I'll say.
I can hardly wait till we're on that plane.
Oh, neither can.
You and I. Oh, we'll have a ball. I trust you can show me the points of interest. Oh, will we have fun?
We?
Oui. Oh, I haven't seen Paris since 44. Drove through on a tank. Oh, I'll never forget the sight of those French girls throwing kisses.
Wait till you see one throwing dishes.
Mrs. Spiegelman.
Angel, are you alone?
Yeah?
Good. I got something to show you, but it's a sight for only your eyes.
Mrs. Spiegelman, well, that is a beautiful moo-moo.
See, you know right away. My darling husband says I look like I'm wearing a poop tent.
Well, maybe he does not know what a moo-moo is.
He knows. I told him it's a moo-moo. So he says, what's the matter? For you, one moo ain't big enough.
I think that you look very chic.
Listen, a bird of paradise I ain't. But I say when in Honolulu, do like the Honolululians.
You are going to Honolulu?
Yes?
Oh, come here.
Next week with my girls' club, the SOFNSs. The Sherman Oaks Field and Stream Club. Every Thursday afternoon, we collect in Griffith Park and play canasta.
But that is wonderful because you are going to Honolulu, but we are going to Paris.
Paris, you don't mean to say so.
Yes. Oh, it's going to be like a second honeymoon for Johnny and me.
A second honeymoon. Don't I wish we were also going to Paris, though?
Why? It's going to be wonderful in Honolulu.
I know, but the trouble is that Mrs. Big Mouth Jackson, she made the whole arrangements complete with a genuine Hawaiian guide who turned out to be Mr. Jackson. During the war, he was a CB. Big deal.
Johnny!
Oh, honey. Hello, Mrs. Spiegelman.
Angela told me the big news about Paris.
What is the matter, Johnny?
Well, honey, I made a terrible mistake. Those 2 plane tickets were for Mr. Johnson and me. I've got to go to Paris with him. Here, honey. Throw this.
You don't take me to Paris as we planned?
Well, honey, I'm just as sick about it as you are. You have every right to be furious. Honey, let yourself go.
You are going to Paris and I'm staying here?
Well, honey, it was a complete surprise to me, too. Angel, will you break something?
I hope you and Mr. Johnson have a wonderful time on Angela's honeymoon.
sir. How do you get rid of household odors?
Ach, ich bin spritzen und sprayen mit das verstunkene Brennex, aber schweren und stampen, raus mit dem.
And that gets rid of odors?
Nein.
Then try Johnson's Glade, the light-scented air freshener. Glade doesn't just mask odors, it destroys them, actually gets rid of them. Glade makes indoor air seem fresh as all outdoors. Get Glade today.
Gracias, senor. Gracias?
Well, I thought I'd at least drop by and see if there wasn't something I could do.
There is nothing. It is much too much money to take me just for a few days.
All right.
I shall simply stay here and suffer in silence, but very loudly.
So long, Annie.
Bye, Jean.
Oh, hello, Mrs. Spiegelman. I was just going.
Hello, Mr. Carpenter. I was just coming. Have I got a surprise for you? Sit down, darling, and just listen. I'm calling each of my Sherman Oaks Field and Streamers, one at a time, individual, and talking them out of the trip to Honolulu and into there you could never guess where. I got some figures, and it's costing to Paris practical the same as to Honolulu. And besides, I am also delivering a genuine French guide. 100% French. No CBs. You?
Me?
Who else?
Oh, me, please, I'm going to Paris.
And your expenses all paid for?
Oh, Mrs. Spiegelman, how can I ever thank you enough?
Oh, darling, I'm glad I could help.
Oh, listen, I'm not going to tell Johnny. I will make it a big surprise. He promised when he goes to Paris to visit Papa and Mama. And when he walks in the house, there I will be sitting. He won't believe his eyes.
So, with Angel's family there and all her friends and looking forward to the homecoming. Naturally, she was terribly disappointed, sir, and, well, I just don't think it's right for me to go, so surely there must be someone else that you could...
Now, Smith, this trip is purely business, big business. I'm sure that someday you'd like to run this company, wouldn't you?
Oh, well, yes, of course, sir.
Well, any man who aspires to that responsibility must learn to run his own home first. You've got to be strong, firm, the final voice in any matter. Now, I'm a married man, too, but you don't see my wife putting up a fuss, do you?
No, Mr. Johnson.
She's been in Cleveland for 6 weeks. But that has nothing to do with it. I make the decisions, and she abides by them. I rule the roost. Make no mistake about that. We leave for Paris Friday.
Excuse me. Hello? Oh, yes, just a moment. That's for you, sir.
Oh, thank you. Hello. Pumpkin. What a pleasant surprise. How are you enjoying Cleveland? Oh? Well, I miss you, too. Yes, I do. What do you mean you may come back tomorrow? Well, of course I miss you, but I have to go out of town on a business trip for the company. No, nothing special. Oh, just a dull, routine business trip. Well, the sort of place you always go on dull, routine business trips. Paris. Yes, Paris, France. The dullest place what's that, dear? Oh, yes. Bye-bye, sweetheart. Well, Smith, if it's going to make your wife unhappy, maybe you'd better stay home.
You told all the ladies to be here at 2 o'clock on the nose?
Precisely.
Well, good. Because I should be able to tell them everything they want to know about the trip in an hour. I don't want them to be here when Johnny comes in.
Hi, girls.
Johnny! Why are you home?
Well, honey, I know how unhappy you've been about my going to Paris without you. So I canceled out, and I'm staying right here.
You are horrible! Now, how did you do this to me, Johnny?
What? I refused to go to Paris without my wife. That seems like a fairly nice thing to do.
But you have ruined my surprise. Oh, this is all mixed up. Now, first you are going to Paris and leaving me. Now I am going to Paris and leaving you.
What do you mean you're going to Paris and leaving me?
Mrs. Spiegelman's club is going to Paris, and she has promised her ladies a genuine French guide, me. So I have to go.
No, Angela, I cannot let you do this.
I cannot let you not let me do this. How would you look to your club? You would be dishonored.
Well, Angel does have a point there. You know, you did this for her, Mrs. Spiegelman, and, well, she shouldn't let you down, but holy cats, there must be some other way out of this.
Well, I talked them out of the trip to Honolulu. Maybe I can try to talk them back into it.
Well, it is a much cheaper trip. That ought to help.
No, Johnny. Both trips cost the same.
Oh, no.
Yes. Von Airline said the cheapest plane they could give us was $250 from Los Angeles to Paris.
Yeah. But how much coming back?
Coming back?
Well, the price he quoted was one way.
One way, oy vey. I promised them the round trip for $250.
Oh, heck.
Boy, will that Mrs. Jackson love this. From that mouth will come out the biggest laugh you ever heard.
Well, now, we must get you out of this. Listen, maybe I can make them believe that Paris is not a nice place.
They know different, Angela.
Oh, Angel's got an idea there. Maybe we can discourage him about the whole trip.
Never.
It's a terrific long shot, but it's worth a try. Now, look, I'll get George. We'll put on our old army outfits, pretend we're the pilots of the flight, and scare those ladies half out of their wits.
Here's something you should know about floor care. Ordinary wax is yellowish to start with. Clear is white. Ordinary wax turns yellow, like this tinted glass. But clear dries clear as glass, like this clean side. Never yellows. With Clear, the floor colors you like are the colors you see. Your floors are protected under a sparkling, colorless shine. Get self-polishing Clear from Johnson's Wax. It never yellows.
Girls, now it is by me an honor and a privilege to introduce to you a girl who knows Paris from head to foot. She knows the Eiffel Tower, the Louvre Museum.
If she knows, let her tell.
You're out of order, Mrs. Jackson, and it's too bad your mouth isn't. Now, girls. Then Natalie Spiegelman promises you a French guide, an Egyptian Boy Scout you don't get. And so, our tour leader, Mrs. Angelique Smith.
Thank you, ladies. Well, I have planned a complete tour of Paris, giving you the most for the least amount of money.
Well, I can't see how it's possible to make this trip for the price that Mrs. Spiegelman has quoted.
Oh, it is quite possible, Mrs. Jackson. You see, I know Paris, and I know where to cut the corners off. Now, the first thing is living quarters.
Yes, where will we be staying?
Well, I have gotten us an accommodation in a very fine place called Les Tables Rouges.
Oh, doesn't sound exciting. What does it mean?
The Red Barn.
Where is the Red Barn?
On the farm of my Uncle Pierre.
Is this a hotel?
No, it's a Red Barn.
Who cares where we sleep? We want to see Paris, not a hotel room.
Fine. Now, each morning, we get up at 5:30.
At 30, I never heard of anything.
Well, everyone on the farm is up and making drinking now, so you would be awake anyway. Next, wash and dress, and for breakfast, we skip it.
No breakfast?
No, that's one of the corners we got. Now, by 6, we are ready to catch the bus to Paris, where we arrive at 11 o'clock.
Why, we're a 5-hour drive from Paris?
Just about. Oh, but we still have almost a full day for sightseeing. Now, on the first day, we will visit the Louvre, the Eiffel Tower, the Bois de Boulogne, the Cathédrale de Notre-Dame, Bastille, the Place de la Concorde, the Tomb of Napoleon, l'école militaire, les Invalides, les Banques, Champs-Élysées, Montmartre, Arc de Triomphe, and the Court of Versailles. Then, in the afternoon...
What about lunch? Lunch? We just cut another corner.
Wow! Besides, if we keep moving, it helps you forget the hungry pain. Oh, that must be our pilot of the flight. Come in.
Smith?
Yes?
Right.
Ladies, this is your pilot, Captain Merrick.
Ladies, yep. And this is my co-pilot, Captain Crash Carpenter. Of course, Crash is just a nickname. Now, ladies, I want to thank you all first for your patronage of Merrick Airlines. And we're here to answer any questions that you might have.
Captain,
Yes, yes. Who said that, please?
it was me, Captain.
Would you mind raising your hand?
It is raised.
Really? Oh, there you are. Yes, ma'am. Did you have a question?
Yes. I'd like to know a little more about your airline. Frankly, I've never heard of it.
Never heard of it? That's ridiculous. We're in the phone book.
Oh, well, that's good enough for me. Could you tell us more about your flight, Captain?
Oh, yes, I'll be happy to, ma'am. Now, we will take off promptly sometime between Tuesday and Thursday.
Remember, ladies, this is a non-scheduled airline.
I can assure you we will take off.
Oh, absolutely.
And how you will thrill as we soar into the wild blue yonder, leaving Cucamonga Airport behind us.
Yes, sir. None of those small fields for us.
Now, we have a stop scheduled
Isn't this a non-stop flight?
all the way to Paris. No, ma'am. You see, this is a propeller-driven plane. We have to refuel.
Of course. Where do we stop, Captain?
Well, let's see. Our first stop is Fresno.
We have an order to deliver some chickens there.
Then we wing away and soar straight through to Phoenix.
Now, wait a minute. Just how many stops do you make before we get to Paris?
27.
But think of the price. It will be worth it if we get to Paris. I mean, when we get to Paris. Oh, excuse me. Hello? Yes? Who's this? Robert Baker?
Oh, that's our navigator.
Oh, we've been expecting you, Captain Baker. Can find it? Oh. Well, where are you now? Which freeway? Is it the freeway going north and south? Well, if you face the ocean, north is on your right. South? Well, that's on your left. Yeah, now, what you want is the Hollywood freeway. Yeah, fine. We'll be waiting for you, Captain. Captain Baker has a little trouble finding the house.
Well, that's funny. He only lives 4 blocks from here.
Well, in the meantime, are you all experienced air travelers?
No.
Oh, no? Well, all of those who have never flown before, would you please raise your hands?
I mean, I've never flown to Paris before.
I'm not flying there this time with you.
No, I'm not.
Now, girls, think what a cheap trip we're getting. You got to take a little risk for such a big bargain.
Risk? Well, I should say not. Girls, I move we follow our original plan and go to Honolulu.
I second the motion. All in favor, say aye.
I'm glad they decided against Paris. I wouldn't get in an airplane with us for $1 million.
Me neither.
This is Herman, snoopingest pup in the USA. Nothing can get him off the trail. Nothing except...
Gravy train!
What's so special about New Gaines Gravy Train? Gravy. It's the world's only dog food that makes its own gravy right in the bowl. Watch. You add warm water, stir a minute, and there's your gravy. Looks like beef stew, doesn't it? Crunchy chunks in warm, tasty gravy. Gravy Train. What nourishment. 22 vitamins and minerals and 10 different proteins in every chunk. A complete balanced diet. Just what you'd expect from Gaines, the people who know what dogs need and what dogs like. Seems so many dogs have taken to Gravy Train, some grocers may be short, but it's sure worth looking for, eh, fella? Gravy Train. Makes its own gravy.
Angel was brought to you tonight by Johnson's Wax, makers of New Pledge, for wax beauty instantly as you dust. Hennessy, starring Jackie Cooper, Monday nights over most of these same stations.